going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So if you can believe it or not, we are already going on just about 4 months with the TRX. So I figured today I'd go ahead, make just kind of a review video, a day in the life of ownership of a TRX. You know, what to expect if you're looking to buy one of these and use it as a daily driver or a work truck. Basically just things to look out for and things to expect with ownership of one of these things. And not only that, I'm going to bring you along with me. I got a few errands to run today. I really wanted to go and get the car washed, really want to go and get the windows tinted, so we'll go ahead and get that taken care of. And, you know, more or less just, like I said, show you what it's like to live with one of these things. Alright guys, so we're in the TRX now, and first things first, we're gonna need to get some gas. This thing is a thirsty girl, 24/7, 700 horsepower in a big ass truck like this. Yeah, expect a pretty hefty fuel bill. Okay guys, just filled up. Let me show you the cost. So just a little bit under $4 for 93 right now. Didn't even get a full tank. It filled up to 100. I guess that's how much my credit card will allow me to fill up, and I didn't really want to swipe again. So look at this, I'll show you real quick. So that's like $100 right there. I was more or less on empty. So figuring with the size of the fuel tank, and let's just say on average $4 a gallon for 93, you're looking at about $120 to fill up on one of these things. That's going to be, in my opinion, the biggest thing to consider, really. It was for me anyway, is fuel economy. Yeah, you know, being able to buy, you know, a $70,000 super truck, yeah, that's one thing. Being able to afford to fill it and drive it every day, that's a completely different story. So yeah, expect, if you're daily driving this thing, or if you're using it for a work truck and you're going to be hauling, and you know that's going to hinder your fuel economy as well, it's just something to think about. You know, it's a quite a hefty bill. I do not daily this that often anymore. I use the work van a lot, but when I was dailying this for about, I'd say about 3 weeks, when I was using it for work, I was more or less filling up every other day, and I realized, hey, this probably isn't the most financially sound truck for me to be using for work every day, but this makes it worth it all right here. That just never gets old. The sound and just power of this thing is bar none. Oh yeah. So that right there, guys, that makes it worth every penny right there, in my opinion. So all right, we got some fuel. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing washed real quick. So I'm feeling kind of lazy today, so I'm just gonna bring it to a you know, a drive-through car wash. Might get a lot of hate for that, but whatever, I don't care. And yeah, I'm gonna bring you along with me. It might be kind of hard for you to see right there, but got the little drive-through car wash right up here that we are going to attempt to drive through. So I'm not too sure if you can actually fit a TRX into a drive-through car wash, but we're gonna find out. Does a TRX fit through an automated car wash? Let's fucking hope so. Oh boy, I guess it does. So if you've ever wondered if you could drive your TRX through a automatic car wash, the answer is yes. So yeah, you can totally fit your TRX through a drive-through car wash. I think that had 7.5 foot clearance. So just keep that in mind. You just want to make sure to look for any height restrictions when you're going through like a car wash like that, or through like any sort of like I guess like tunnels or underneath bridges or parking garages. So that will lead me to the next point. That's just something you need to watch out for. If you work in an area where you need to park in a parking garage, or you live in like a condo or something like that where you have to park in a, you know, like a multi-floor parking garage, or you know, some sort of situation like that, this truck isn't going to fit in all of those types of situations. Down south, like in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, where there's a lot of public parking garages, there's not a lot of, you know, regular just parking lots where it's clear and open. This truck doesn't fit in them. So that's just something, you know, I have to plan accordingly for. If it's if I'm driving somewhere where I'm gonna have to park in a confined area, I take a different car. I take the Alfa Romeo, or sometimes I even take the work van if my wife is using the Alfa. It's just something you have to plan for. Obviously, if you're used to having a big truck or lifted Jeep or anything like that, you know, you already know the game, you know the story. It's just something you have to plan accordingly for. So that's another thing. Again, if this is going to be your first truck, or if you're super drawn to the TRX and it's just calling your name, parking, that's going to be a factor. It's not going to fit in every regular house garage as well. Definitely doesn't fit in mine. Mine kind of has like an arch for the garage door, so yeah, no way this is getting inside there. Alrighty everyone, so we're gonna go drop off the TRX real quick to go get the windows tinted. So I think I'm just gonna be doing the front 2 windows, and then I might do a very light shade on the windshield. I've never tinted a windshield before, so this is gonna be somewhat new to me, but I've had quite a few people recommend it. They just say that it protects your dash and everything a little bit longer, and it's not gonna be anywhere near as dark as the 2 side windows. I'm gonna just match the 2 passenger side and driver side windows with the back windows, like I think it's like 15%. That's what I did on the last one. So yep, I'm just gonna go drop this off and then on to the next thing. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, we went ahead and got the window tint done. Decided just to match up the fronts with the rear, so went ahead and did 15% on the front, very similar to matching the back. And then I went ahead and I did the windshield as well. Did a 55% on the windshield. So I think it looks like super clean like this. Hopefully I don't get pulled over, the police don't harass me too much about that. But the film they used is a 3M like some sort of carbon film. I don't really know, maybe it could be bullshit, but they said it's a lot better for like thermal transfer, so it keeps a lot of the heat out. So being in Florida, that was like kind of a selling point to me. And you know, besides if it actually works or not, I think it looks super sweet. So let me just go ahead and give you like a walk down of what I've actually done to the truck so far. I went ahead, did the Method MV305s in the bronze finish. These are the 18 by I believe 9.5, so very similar to the stock finish, or the stock specs right there. You can see doesn't really stick out all too much. I believe these are the 12 offset, so a little bit more aggressive than the stock, but not too much. Went ahead and did the black skid plate right here. I did an install. I'll go ahead and throw a link to that video. This is the OEM black skid plate that fits onto the Rebel, so you can go ahead and throw that on there as well. And then let's see what else. Just went ahead and threw a little Hellcat badge on the side there, nothing crazy. And then over here towards the back, you can see we went ahead and installed the factory spare tire carrier, and I went ahead and I did the new wheel in there as well. I did install video on this as well, so I'll throw a link into there as well if any of you guys are looking to start modifying your car. All right, so now let's actually dive in to a little bit of ownership of this car and a little bit of a review. Like I was saying, this is like the 100-day review. I've had this thing for a little over 100 days, honestly, but 100 days just sounds better. So if you are thinking about getting one of these things and you jump onto the Facebook group page, you'll see a lot of people in there that are like kind of complaining, saying like, oh man, there's so many issues with these trucks coming from the factory, or oh, I'm a really nervous buyer, oh, I'm coming from a Raptor, all yada yada yada, is it worth it? Well, all of that is going to be super subjective. I can just give you my honest opinion on it. Now, this is a base model truck, so on the inside, you know, you get the base model interior. As you can see, black and red. We got like the, you know, non-full leather interior, anything like that. I absolutely love this interior. I think for a base level interior, it's absolutely awesome. My truck ended up being, I think, 72,000. So 72,000 for a new TRX. I think that's a great price, considering most dealerships are charging like a $20,000 markup alone on one of these. So for me to walk out with a $71,000 truck, brand new, super lucky. Again, I was a day one order, and it took just about 6 months for me to get my truck. So, you know, not a super long wait, but very fortunate, very grateful that my dealership helped me out here. And yeah, super happy I was able to get one at a pretty affordable price. So like I was mentioning earlier, a lot of people say that there's a lot of reliability issues or issues with these coming from the factory. Now, I haven't had any issues. I can't really speak on behalf of anyone else that has had issues, but again, mine was a very early delivery truck and I've had 0 issues. There's no reason for me to lie about that. I don't gain anything from saying, oh, this truck is super reliable. I've paid for every single thing on this truck, every single penny I've paid for. So again, I have no skin in the game. I would be 100% honest with you. If I had any issues, any defects, anything like that, I would tell you. But this truck, for the 100 days that I've had it, the 3,000 miles that I put on it, 0 issues. Now to, you know, hit on a few other things with regarding to ownership. Like I mentioned earlier, fuel economy, very big thing with this car. It's not cheap. You're looking at least $100 every time you go to fill it up. MPG is a little rough. I know a lot of people are saying they're getting like 7-8 miles per gallon. I'm averaging 10.5 miles per gallon on this thing, and trust me, I am not driving this thing like a grandma or an old lady, anything like that. I beat the hell out of this thing every time I drive it, and I'm averaging about 10.5 miles per gallon. Again, no reason to lie. I know a lot of other people are saying they're getting way worse than that. Maybe I'm just super fortunate, but 10 miles per gallon for me, honestly not super different than what my Rebel was getting. So I think my Rebel was averaging around like 13, 14. So for, you know, gaining double the horsepower, getting a little bit more weight to just be like 4 miles per gallon less, honestly, not that bad in my opinion. But fuel is definitely something you want to consider when buying one of these things. And just so you guys don't think I'm bullshitting you, because I know there's going to be those freaking haters in the comment and saying, you know, I'm full of shit. Look at that right there. Average MPG, almost 11 miles per gallon. So again, it's not as bad as people are making it out to be, and trust me, I do not drive this thing like a grandma. And another thing I mentioned earlier is the size of it. This is a pretty tall truck. It's also a pretty wide truck. So if you live in like a city where you're parking in a parking garage, or you need to park inside a garage, anything like that, that's something you're definitely want to consider. This is a wide girl. If you have to park in a compact spot, it's not going to happen. Trust me, I've already tried. If you need to park this thing inside a parking garage, some of them you can get away with, some of them it's not going to work. It's going to be a little bit too tall. So that's another thing you really want to consider when you're looking at one of these things. Do I regret buying this truck? Absolutely not. I absolutely love this thing. This thing is an absolute blast to drive. It's basically like, it's a massive troll, honestly. I can't tell you how many times I've had guys come up behind me riding on my ass and then try to like kind of get out beside me and get in front of me. I just romp on it, and the look on their face when they see a massive truck like that just blow past them, it makes it so worth it. Honestly, that's kind of like my guilty pleasure with this car, is just trolling people and basically kind of driving like a douche. I gotta kind of be honest with you. But you know, you have a 700 horsepower big truck like that, it's going to be kind of hard not to drive like that. So all in all, guys, I absolutely love this car. Yep, the fuel sucks, but again, who the hell buys one of these things thinking the fuel efficiency is going to be good? For what it's built for, to just be an absolute monster to drive, it's badass. I absolutely love it. If you're on the fence about ordering one of these things or getting one, fucking do it. Don't be scared about the reliability stuff. This thing has been flawless for me. And again, this is an early delivery truck. So the longer you wait, if you get a 2022, 2023, you're not gonna run into any of those issues. These are all issues from early model years, so people say. But I've had 0 issues, so what can I say? I can't speak on behalf of anyone or everyone, but I can only just speak on myself. And again, 0 issues. I absolutely love this truck. Go get one. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. I just wanted to make a quick little review video for you guys, give you guys my honest opinion of the truck, and you know, just keep you guys informed. So guys, if you like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. That's something I really appreciate, and I'll see you guys in the next one. later.